Hello there, everyone. This is Neko here, getting ready to play The Infected. Today, we're going to be playing with the foundations again, but this time for my farm. So, it is spring now. I went ahead and was grinding through the time in order to get some iron. We've got some of this. I've got more in my extractors down there. I was starting to run out of biofuel. As you can see here, I only have 3 left compared to what I had before. So during the time, there was a blizzard, 2 blizzards during the time. Since I thought, if I'm going to be stuck in here, you next to the heater, I might as uh, well, use it and grow plants. So that's what I did. I'm growing plants right now, and I want to get these out of here, and I want to try and get what do you call it? And this was a test pumpkin to see if you could grow, because the temperature is like 40 degrees, and last time I tried to grow in winter at like 40 degrees, my pumpkins died. So I was like, all right. So now that I've covered that I was growing pumpkins and during my spare time, I'm gonna be getting an extractor. I probably think next episode's gonna focus on getting some extractors set up for copper, because I need that greenhouse, because I'm gonna need those pumpkins at all times. I'm also gonna have to set up a method for uh, him to grow his own food, to eat his own food, so that I don't have to provide for him. And you might be wondering, if you've seen this, why there's so much. It's because I've been taking the stones out. Alright, like I said, today's goal is effectively to get foundations set up so that I can get my everything planned out. We're also gonna... Okay, we got plenty of oil. We're gonna be getting out, and depending on how long this takes and how much it's going to be planned out and all that, with the back and forth running, will determine on whether or not I get an extractor set up. But I also got to worry about getting biofuel, which he just harvested a bunch of pumpkins. Thankfully, I've got a bunch of seeds because of that, so I can simply move all those pumpkins and let them go to waste. Plus, I mean, look at this. Pumpkin. Pumpkin. And the reason why I want the pumpkins is because if you look at this, 30 minutes to spoil. They're effectively your homegrown biofuel. That means you can simply, oh, can't, that simply means that you can grow them at will. You don't have to go and hunt for them. You don't have to kill for them. You don't have to slaughter. You don't have to worry about anything like that. You just simply make them and done. And Mike realistically takes care of 90% of the work, which means he's basically your biofuel generator. In other words, he's your unlimited biofuel generator. I was gonna make a video of that, talking about how to make an unlimited biofuel generator, and I might still do it and explain it in better detail for people who want to know. But any of you who've made it this far and have watched actually know now how to make basically a biofuel generator. The only issue with it is that because of the pumpkin whatever thingies, what is it? Placeables, food storage. Because of these things, he can no longer pick them and put them into these. So, and since these prevent pumpkins from decaying, you have to go and pick them out and drop them on the ground and harvest them yourself. That's the only thing that realistically requires any work. And if you put some food down for him, then he'll grow his own food for him to eat. which is a bonus. That means you don't have to, you can just simply let him automate himself. He'll continue to grow, he'll continue to harvest, he'll continue the process. He basically does everything himself once you get him set up for it. Oh, which is the nice thing about that. And looks like we're going to be waiting on planks mostly, which at some point I need to get more of those. Another thing that we need to start working for is the greenhouse, because I don't want to deal with this again. I'm 6 copper ingots away, which means I need to get an extractor up as soon as possible so that by winter I'm good to go. And I need to go turn on the barrier and the whatever thing so I can simply see everything here, and then I can plan out where I need to place everything. Oh, and speaking of, if your mic disappears and you have absolute no clue where the hell he is gone, or he gets stuck in a place he can't go, well, first off, if he disappears, you save the game and reload, or reload the game depending on how comfortable you feel. I've had him disappear once on me, and I saved and reloaded, and he reappeared. Sadly, the bed for me doesn't work. I tried using it. In other words, oh, you cheap food. Stupid building making me look like a liar. At one point, there was no recall mic. I couldn't figure out how to recall. I didn't know that this. I tried using the bed, and that wasn't there. So in the event that that doesn't show up, you can save the game, reload, and he should appear. Should. Doesn't mean he will. I cannot guarantee he will, or any of that. But still. Alright. The one thing I hate about this is that it's circle. I wish it was square. All the way from here over, from the peak of there, the peak of there, peak of there, and peak of there was all square. Because with this circle design, if I wanted to place down a claim pole up over there, I would have dead space, especially if I put one right there and then one right over there. Then I would have this center area right here be all unusable dead space. And that I don't like that. I would like to be able to build basically anywhere. So if we can change this from circle to square, that would be great, because then we can mesh up the claim poles together. So if I can put like right there, it's a square right here, then I could put another one right over there and another one over right there. Boom, 4 claim poles, 4 squares, plenty of room. Ta-da! Also, I have a couple of experiments still in the works. First one is seeing what the hell, how high can you go? The second one is testing out my ultimate defense. Alright, we better get planks and stuff switched, put over here. I got distracted, which happens a lot. And I'm gonna have to make it where he grows more food, because I don't think 2 potatoes is enough for him to grow food, or supply him, or automate himself. It's possible, but I don't know. Alright, now that we've got that all set up, I'm gonna have to plan out where and how I'm gonna do this. Every time I get those, I'm gonna pick them up. So I think I'm gonna extend this out to about here roughly, and then we're gonna make all of this over here be pretty much whatever you call it. We're gonna make it the greenhouse, but I want to make it where it's 2 greenhouses And so I'm not sure how I'm going to plan this out or how big the greenhouses are going to be. But I do know I want to get at least here. So we can have one on this side. One, two, four, that should be good. And then we're gonna want at least one on this side right here. So one, two. Yes. So I can place one right there, one right there. Then we can place some railings right here. I think I'm gonna turn that into a corner, delete those two, and we should be good to go here. And depending on how big of a space these things take up will depend on what I do or how I design the base. So let's change this to that. Perfect. This here is mostly just for looks. Mike's gonna probably jump over it, but the idea is he comes through here, goes to here, comes along here, and then over to here, and then goes into that one, harvests the pumpkins on the one side, harvests whatever food on the other side, comes back through, puts the actually I'm can you put these outside of oh, he harvests some potatoes. Can you take these outside? No. Okay. So the idea is for him to take the regular food he can eat, put it in there, and any pumpkins, in other words, the biofood, stick it nearby. That's the idea, at least. Whether or not he achieves it is a different question. I have some ideas and suggestions for things I would like to see as I go along, but I'll talk about those as I go. For now, we're... Ooh. That was impressive. A Beyblade tree. I'm kind of jealous the trees can sit on top of this and I can't. It would be nice if I can walk on top of these. But I do know the regular floors I can, though. Or whatever floor. Where the hell did you... Where'd he go? Well, that was interesting. But still, anyways, I got distracted as hell because of him. But if you guys continue... Oh, how the hell did you get over there? But if you guys continue to watch and follow along, you guys will learn tips, tricks, helpful hints, tidbits, other information, this, that, all that fun stuff, all along the way. It just depends on whether or not you guys are willing to stay long enough to figure that out. And wow. We're going to have to start harvesting these. Especially if he keeps growing. If he keeps this stable and 2 potatoes are enough to keep him going, then I might be able to just automate the hell out of biofuel. Which will be absolutely nice. Because then I don't have to worry about electricity just yet. It would be nice to get it set up, but still. Alright, we got a bazillion tons. We're going to take that and throw that all into here. We're going to take this, throw this into here. I need to make room for this. But as you can see, this is kind of the best way to get biofuel. because all you need is 8 pumpkins to do 1 generator, and by the looks, you don't 8 pumpkins is enough to do more than 1 generator, because if I go and look at currently, my things should still be operating, and if I had done this properly, in other words, from the beginning, doing this, oh, we're gonna have to throw in here. If I had been doing this from the beginning, right off the bat, I might have been able to supply all my generators with just 8 pumpkins. I don't know just yet because I haven't been properly doing this. Bulk, craft, done. 5. Fuel. That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're almost ready for another batch of biofuel. And the pumpkins are actually get ready to be watered. Some of them get watered again. And he's getting... That one needs to be watered. And as he does, I kind of hope they eventually, as you can see here, look at this, the rate this is being consumed. Personally, I think this is more efficient, fuel efficient, doing this rather than stone. I think stone uses more fuel in the long run, because I've gotten so much iron out of this, and I do mean like iron out of this, that it may be worth more to do this than it is to do the other thing. We have 3 more. I'll have to refuel later. I'm hoping I can get the pumpkins all done and going. But let's continue on with the other thing, because this isn't my goal today. My goal is to get the foundations, and I may not be able to get them all. By the way, if you made it, I forgot to mention in the beginning about this. I'll probably say it in my next video, but sometimes I have really bad, really slow internet, and sometimes my videos don't always load and get ready to go before time's up, and that causes some issues sometimes, and it's like, dang it. Like with this, I was expecting to have my videos done and ready to go, but nope. Also, I'm not used to having people watching my videos right away, so that's kind of new to me. So I'm not used to that. It's like normally I can post my video and have it edit and all that, and by the time I'm done, it's by the time it's done, no one's watched it yet, which means I could have my video sitting out for 3 hours, no one watches it, and I can waste a lot of time editing the video while waiting for it to be posted, or for YouTube to do its thing. You flip. In other words, start advertising my video. It will post out and all that fun stuff, and I usually wait for it. Oh wow, I might actually be able to finish most of this. The biggest issue is going to be slow. Planks are going to take a little bit to get done, but that usually happens. We're going to chop that. Grab this so we can place it in whatever. Here we are. One of my favorite things here is the chopping with the shield. Basically, this update, all I can say is this update is all hail the shield. The shield will save you from everything. It can protect you against the bad guy, the whatever guys. It can make you speed chop. You can also chop down enemies at high speed. And what I mean for that is, like, if you watched my first base attack, you'll see how I took down the goblin boss. And that was with using the shield. In other words, I would swing, chop, block, and do this, and I could take down the boss pretty easily. And I will say, the shield guy is a pain in the butt, mostly because he's capable of blocking everything, at least it feels like it. And that makes things difficult to do. And I'm thinking he ran out of food, so I may have to throw in some pumpkins to keep him going. Nope. Alright, that's full. I need to empty that out and all that fun stuff. We're gonna put that right there, drop that, and that. We're gonna throw, or actually we'll throw these in here. Some things I would love to see is an electric saw bench. In other words, one that runs on biofuel. Preferably an electric saw bench, and what that does is it gives you, let's say, this saw one gives you 4 planks per log. The electric one, being more efficient, gives you 6 planks per log. It's also twice as more expensive than a regular saw bench. That's my opinion, at least. Oh yeah, we need to empty this out. Otherwise, we're not going to get more planks and we won't get the foundations done. Why the hell would you... Sometimes he drops logs on the ground for some weird reason. 31 hunger. I don't know if... I'm hoping 2 potatoes grows fast enough in order to keep him fed. It might not be able to, but we never know. A lot of the things I like to do with a lot of games, if you've been watching my channel or watching my games, I like to experiment. Sometimes there's good results. Sometimes there's bad results. Sometimes I wish I had never experimented. I really wish I hadn't experimented with some videos, because those game files are just bye bye. So I usually try to not experiment too hard when it comes to actual playing series like this, because, well, it causes a lot of problems. Especially if I have to restart or redo everything, and that's just like, yeah, nope, that's not what I want. Especially when I'm trying to give people tips, tricks, helpful hints, and show them current in-game content. My goal is usually to try and show people what the end of games look like, so they can be like, this looks like it has playability, or this looks like you can play it quite a few times. Since this is beta and I lost this machine once before, I will tell you, until this stabilizes, I highly recommend minimizing the amount of oil and fuel and stuff you add into your stuff, because the things could potentially disappear on you, and that is not fun. I think if he gets stuck, he teleports to his bed, which if he does, that's great. It looks like he picked the pumpkin. What the hell? What are you doing? That's my home, you stupid chicken. Is the potato grown? Nope. But the pumpkins are grown. Holy flip. Alright, I'm gonna harvest these and put some pumpkins in there because it looks like 2 potatoes is definitely not enough. Alright, well, there was a little bit of an interruption there. Anyways, back to this. Drinking, we're gonna go throw some pumpkins in there for him to eat. That way he can, unless he hasn't eaten his potatoes, if he eats 2 potatoes and it puts him up 17. No, he didn't eat the, oh, yeah, okay. So 2 potatoes is not enough. We're gonna have to we're gonna have to increase his food intake a little bit, which is why I want to get this done. So hurry up and eat the pumpkins. Come on, run back. Do whatever the hell you gotta do. Come on. I want to see how much 4 pumpkins takes you up. Because 2 meat puts him up to 80. Which is, or at least close to 80. So let's see. 1 pumpkin gives about 20. So that means he needs to eat 2 pumpkins. So if I grow 2 pumpkins and feed him in there, so that means I think I need to grow 4 potatoes, which will give me 8 potatoes in total. That should keep him fed. Alright, we got this, we got that. Grab this. And then from there, we'll get more planks, we'll get the foundation set up. And then we'll try and get the rest of this foundation set up. I'm hoping to finish this up. It may be a little bit of a long video, but we're going to get this done. So over here and back over to here, we're going to try and get at least all this done. The problem with this is running back and forth. Although with planks, that's about the only thing I need to run back and forth for. Because I can simply just chop down the trees around here and be like, ta-da! I think just there, and there is left for that. So I should have most of the planks ready to go. Or done. And like I said, depending on how big this is, I may turn these into curves, or I might add on curves. I don't know just yet how I'm going to do this. Ah, dang it. Alright, well, let's get some trees chopped. There's also some other tricks and tips that you can learn along the way. Besides this. And that is use the boxes are also another almighty tool. You might be going, what? And you can use them as steps. You can use them as a bunch of other things. And if you continue to watch, when we get close to ready for our next base attack, which might be 20 years from now, you're going to see some interesting things with boxes. Whether they work or not this time around, who knows? But we're going to figure out whether or not they will. And like I said, a lot of it depends on what happens, when it happens, where it happens. Another thing I like to do is give suggestions about things, like what I think could improve the game, all that other fun stuff. Oops, gotta be careful. Did I chuck 2 of them into... Ooh, I'll take that. Alright, let's see if we can get these foundations done. Or at least all logged up. Another thing is for if you need help or if you can't get up certain things is this. You can walk up, you can grab this, and then you can walk up and be like this and ta-da. And now you have a ramp up to things like this. we might actually have most of the logs set up too. Biggest issue right now is I think we're gonna need some planks and some more logs, but we're gonna go grab some more planks. Hopefully we have another batch ready. We can throw in some more, get the foundations done, and then call it good. And I'm gonna also get some not barbecue, but whatever you call it. Get some biofuel going so that this can continue to run. We're gonna grab all this. I'll probably chuck out the bark and the plant fiber because for me, I don't need most of that. Actually, yeah, that should be good. All right. Throw that in. Oh, we need oil. Let's go grab one oil, throw it in. Oh. And then from there, we'll try and get the rest of this set up. So oil. Yeah, he's definitely doing really, really good. And he definitely needs, oh, we need protein. Dang it. Thankfully, I got a fox up there with plenty of protein. All right. This needs biofuel, or not biofuel, oil. There we go. We'll grab more of this till we're full. Oops. We're too full. There we go. Now let's try and get all the logs and all this stuff done. I do have other plans for other things in the process. It's just a matter of time to get to them. And ooh, I can use you. I wish you hadn't run away. I don't... Can you not go across what? Okay. Oh, I picked up a frog. Now let's continue to get everything ready to go. And then let's try and get all this set up and ready. I think it's just mostly all logs now. If so, great. But that also means I'm going to have to chop down some trees. Yeah, I think it's just logs now. Oh. Yep. Most people like to chop down one big tree and one little tree because it fits perfectly into a cart like this, which is nice. But I still think the cart should hold more. Oops. That's impressive. I'm holding a log and a watermelon. There's also that bug where you can actually pick up multiple things. For example, you can be like, grab this and that at the same time and ta-da. Which is actually kind of cool. Although I don't really harvest. I'll eat that. Might as well. Perfect. That helps with a little bit. Alright, let's try and finish this up. I am going to add in rails and other fun things, which is going to be nice. And once we get this all placed down, I'm going to set down the, whatever you call it, the greenhouses. We need one big tree should be enough. Actually, it might be a little too much, but still. A lot of this game is repetitive building and stuff, like as you've seen me go and around and grab and do stuff. So most of the time, stuff like this is kind of for people who like to enjoy watching people build and listen to them talk. I will admit I am not the best talker, and I usually have trouble figuring things out on what to say, how to say it, when to say it, all that fun stuff. Other greenhouse, I may have just made this just perfect enough, and I may need to work on getting a new mouse because that is a pain in the butt. So if I place it right about there, and then we take this one, we spin it around, and then we place this one down about the same spot. And that would be right. Actually, right about here. And there we go. So that's the idea here. I'm thinking I might switch this out to a corner piece, but maybe not. And I may actually push this back up against the wall here and then put some railings along here. And then we can throw some boxes right along here, like pumpkin boxes here and here. Throw in some food, pumpkins and other stuff in there for him. And then probably build a little pathway out towards the water right there and place the water thingy. What is it? Other food? Ah, the water house here. Oh, we don't need to actually put it on water. That's awesome. That means I can simply put it right here and we'll be good to go. The issue is, yeah, that's right there. So we'll push this back up against here. And ta-da, we have our future greenhouse set up. The water here, we're going to have some wires and other stuff. Speaking of, I'm going to have to start planning out wires and other fun stuff too. But that's going to be later as we continue along with the build. So for now, I'll call it here. If you guys enjoyed, please like. If you didn't, I understand. It was just mostly me talking and filling in foundations again. But I mean, if you made it this far, I'm pretty sure you liked the video, but I could always be wrong. Oh. Oh, it's aluminum that's gonna get me, and the electricity costs. That's why I need to get extractors set up for the caves. But anyways, hopefully you come back for more. Continue to watch, continue to enjoy. I'll continue to give tips, tricks, helpful hints, and other fun bits. I tend to hide them throughout the videos, so it's up to you to watch the videos and decide whether or not you want to learn. Admittedly, not every single video is going to have tips, tricks, and helpful hints, but I mean, you never know. They might not. Who knows? But anyways, if you want to see more of this series, check out the in-screen credits that are coming up pretty soon. If you want to check out my channel and see other games I play, make sure to check out my channel. I do play other games. I do have other series on this too, of previous versions. If you want to be added to the in-screen credits like these people, make sure to publicly subscribe. So, bye-bye!